Good day, everyone, and I'm very happy that this afternoon we have a new subject, and I want to share it with you. The burden of my soul and my motivation. The reason that I made this one is because of this passage that we can find in Counsels on Health, page 38. It says here, a practical knowledge of the science of human life is necessary in order to glorify God in our bodies. It is therefore of the highest importance that among the studies selected for childhood, physiology should occupy the first place. And in child guidance, it says here, a knowledge of physiology and hygiene should be the basis of all educational effort. So again, the reason why I made this one is because of this passage and because of this truth. And I'm very happy to find a book, a book written by John Harvey Kellogg. This is 1888 edition about physiology. And this is good for our children. And I hope that the mothers or parents will be first be learner of this. So the first chapter of this book is entitled The House We Live In. The House We Live In. So again, this book is for our kids, but I hope for the adults you will also love this book. So I am reading and sharing this book to you, and I am putting some images so that we will learn it easily. This is chapter 1. You have all seen some very beautiful houses. Perhaps they were made of brick or stone, with fine perches having around them tall shade trees, smooth lawns, pretty flower beds, walks, and sparkling fountains. Perhaps some of you live in such a house or have visited some friend who does. If so, you know that the inside of the house is even more beautiful than the outside. There are elegant chairs and sofas in the rooms, rich carpets and rugs on the floors, fine mirrors and beautiful pictures upon the walls. Everything one could wish to have in a house. Do you not think such a house a nice one to live in? Each of us have a house of his own, which is far more wonderful and more curious than the grandest palace ever built. It is not a very large house. It has just room enough in it for one person. This house, which belongs to each one of us, is called the body. Do you know what machine is? Man makes machines to help them work and to do many useful things. A wheelbarrow or a wagon is a machine to carry loads. A sewing machine helps to make garments for us to wear. Clocks and watches are machines for keeping time. A wheelbarrow has a box in which to carry things, two handles to hold by, and a wheel for rolling it along. Some machines like wheelbarrows and wagons have but few parts, and it is very easy for us to learn how they work. But there are other machines like watches and sewing machines which have many different parts, and it is more difficult to learn all about them and what they do. In some ways, the body is more like a machine than like a house. It has many different parts, which are made to do a great many different kinds of works. We see with our eyes, hear with our ears, walk with our legs and feet, and do a great many things with our hands. If you haven't ever seen the inside of a watch or a clock, you know how many curious little wheels it has. And yet a watch or a clock can do but one thing, and that is to tell us the time of day. The body has great many more parts than a watch has, and for this reason, the body can do many more things than a watch can do. It is more difficult to learn about the body than about the watch. If we want to know all about the machine and how it works, we must study all its different parts and learn how they are put together, and what each part does. Then, if we want the machine to work well and to last a long time, we must know how to use it and how to take proper care of it. Do you think your watch would keep the time well if you should neglect to wind it or if you should break any of its wheels? It is just the same with the human machine, which we call the body. We must learn its parts and what they are for, how they are made, how they are put together, and how they work. Then we must learn how to take proper care of the body so that its parts will be able to work well and last a long time. Each part of the body, which is made to do some special kind of work, is called an organ. The eye, the ear, the nose, a hand, an arm, any part of the body that does something is an organ. The study of various parts of the body and how they are put together is what we call anatomy. And the study of what each part of the body does is physiology. And the study of how to take care of the body is hygiene. So again, the summary of this lesson, this is a simple lesson. First is the body is something like a house. It has an outside and an inside. It has hollow places inside it, and there are many wonderful things in them. The body is like also a wonderful machine, and it is necessary to take good care of the body in order to keep it well and useful, just as we would take good care of a machine to keep it from wearing out too soon. The body has different parts called organs, each of which has some particular work to do. So as you can see, there are a lot of human organs or anatomy set in the picture. And in learning about the body, we have to study anatomy, physiology, and hygiene. The study of the various parts of the body, how they are formed and joined together, is what we call anatomy. And physiology tells us what the body does. Hygiene tells us how to take care of it. So I know for sure that in this first chapter, we learn something about our body, the house we live in. Thank you, and I know again that you learned something about it, and I hope that on the second part of this um, presentation, you will learn more about it. Thank you, and God bless.